Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about hiring the right staff for the right roles. So, typically we have three types of roles on a technician level, right? Those are going to be your people who are fulfilling your services, people who are selling, people who are doing both, and then you're going to have your managers who are managing or who are managing and selling. So it's really important to make sure that you hire the people with the right qualifications for the right types of positions. And you need to ask yourself, if I need somebody who's an esthetician, I just want to find an esthetician who's got a track record to providing great results and that they've probably worked at a spot for a long time. They've got clients great results. They get a lot of great reviews. They get a good book of business, etc. Right? If I want somebody who is selling, I'm not necessarily, as a technician, I'm not necessarily going to potentially look for an esthetician because this person may not always be doing performing the treatments. Maybe they're just doing the consultations. So in this case, I'm going to look for somebody who's maybe worked in aesthetics but also has sales experience, right? Because that person's particular role is going to be selling, right? If I'm looking for somebody who is both, which is a smaller subset of the candidate pool, I'm going to make sure this person is an esthetician or an RN, etc. It really depends on what type of industry we're in. For my particular business model, we don't need to have medical staff, but if I want somebody who's non-medical, I want to make sure that they do have a lot of deep experience and a track record, because I am going to be able to teach them all the right skill set. So it really also depends on your ramp-up process and your education and training. How much training are they going to need to actually be able to do a good job in the role, right? So I want to make sure that I have a specific goal for this particular role, and before I actually draft the job description, before I start hiring and interviewing, I want to ask myself, what is this person going to do? Are they going to be a manager? Are they going to be a technician? Are they going to have, specific practice level goals, or are they going to have specific goals for a service line, like injectables or medical weight loss or body sculpting or aesthetics? Or are they going to manage all of these people? Are they manage a specific service line? Do I want my managers to help with retention? Do I want them to help with increasing my customer lifetime value and actually check in with clients as well and actually help the sales? So you want to make sure you ask yourself, what is this person really going to truly do before I go out to market and start recruiting for that particular individual? Because this is extremely important. You don't want to put the wrong person in the wrong role. So I think it's really important that if you're hiring somebody, and this particular esthetician, for example, they're a little bit too shy, they're not confident, they have a hard time communicating, maybe they're going to be able to sell, but that's a skill set that's going to be harder to fill, and that's going to be a gap that's going to take a lot longer time and may cost you too much. So you want to make sure that maybe you hire somebody else who actually has that background already, or has the right personality, has the right skill set, so you don't find yourself and having to retrain them later on or replace them.